Sunday's final at the Australian Open go mad. He go mad. I can't wait for this one to get underway. It's going to be an enthralling final between tennis biggest star Carlos Alcaraz, the world number one, and the old man himself, perhaps the greatest of all time, Novak Djokovic, at 38, who is still proving that he belongs to the very elite of tennis when he takes on Carlos Alcaraz on Sunday at the Australian Open final. What a game this will be. Whoever wins that final, history will definitely be made because for Carlos Alcaraz, this will be his first Australian Open final, and he's vying to become the youngest ever player to complete a set of major titles at the Australian Open. And for Novak Djokovic, he's going to become, if he wins, of course, he's going to become the first ever man or woman to win 25 Grand Slam titles. So whoever wins on Sunday, history is definitely going to be made. But we cannot fault these two players, these two champions, these two giants. For Novak Djokovic, he successfully clawed his way back, snapping up a 5-game losing streak against Jannik Sinner, the Italian. And what a 5-setter that was, with Novak Djokovic losing the first set 6-3, and then going on to win the second 6-3, and Sinner winning the third set 6-4. And then the old man himself, pulled up all the tricks in his playbook to reach the final by winning the last two sets 6-4, 6-4. He withstood all the adversaries in that semi-final contest against Jannik Sinner, including difficulty in breathing, and then he went on to win that astonishing game in almost about 5 hours or so. That is incredible. And Novak Djokovic, wow. Well, I hope he has enough stamina in tank, because now he has to do it all over again against even a better, more dynamic opponent in world number one, Carlos Alcaraz, in the final on Sunday. But whoever wins that one, like I said, is going to be a showpiece, a masterpiece for the Australian fans who will be present there watching this one live. The first Grand Slam title at stake, the first one for this season for Novak Djokovic. He said it will be difficult to break the duopoly of Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. And now he's shown that he's one of the very few who can beat tennis's two biggest stars right now in Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. But can he do it again over Alcaraz on Sunday? That will be even very more difficult. But it's not absolutely impossible. He got to this semi-final in much better shape, given that I think two of his previous opponents withdrew. So he got to the semi-final in bizarre circumstances where his opponents put away due to injury. So he got there not having to sweat or play any game, and so he had enough in his tank. But then he knew it was going to take something extraordinary to beat Jannik Sinner, and he was hitting some incredible shots, unlike we've seen Novak Djokovic do in the past. This perhaps will represent the biggest win of his career, so to speak, given the circumstance and the kind of player he was going against. He never gave up until he pulled out remarkable victory over Sinner. And what about for Carlos Alcaraz? I was watching that match myself, and then I gave up. I went to bed. I was disappointed. I'm like, what is wrong with you? 2 sets up, and you allowed, Alexander Zverev back in the game to level at 2 sets apiece. And then Zverev was even serving for the match at some point. I think it was at 5-4. And Zverev was serving for the match. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Then I went to bed, only for me to wake up and I saw that Carlos Alcaraz had pulled a remarkable comeback to win the final set 7-5. That is why we love sports so much. You believe in yourself until the very end that it is absolutely possible. And this guy is a monster when it comes to a 5-set game. I think he's only ever lost once in a 5-set match. So he took the first 2 sets, 6-4, 7-6, and then Alexander Zverev roared back to win the next 2 sets, 7-6, 7-6, before Carlos Alcaraz win the 5th one in by 7-5 in a game that lasted, I think, well over 5 hours or so, like 5.5 hours. Can you beat that? That is the beauty of the men's game, and that is why we say, for me, the women should not be advocating for equal pay. Now, the 2 semi-finalists for the men have a combined total of about 10 hours of tennis. Why the women they have a combined about 2 hours, and then they want equal pay? Who does that? It is insane. It is unfathomable for me. But incredible game of tennis. Carlos Alcaraz at 22 is aiming, six-time Grand Slam champion, is aiming to win his first ever Australian Open title and become the youngest ever to complete a set of a Grand Slam title. But standing in his way on Sunday will be that man again, Novak Djokovic. He doesn't want to get away. The old man is still very much alive and competing with this very best in the game. And so I don't know who is my money on Sunday to win. Honestly, I want Carlos Alcaraz to win and complete that slam. But Novak Djokovic, I want him to also win 25 Grand Slam titles. So whoever wins, I'm cool, but I think I want Carlos Alcaraz to win more so he can complete the slam in time and then just focus on accumulating more Grand Slam titles. Djokovic already has 24. I don't think there's any more you can say about him. But we saw Alexander Zverev complaining in the end about cram rule, saying the umpires favor the two guys, the two big guys, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, because the cram rule has been phased out in tennis. But you can recall medical attention for other kind of injuries. And we saw Carlos Alcaraz, he could barely walk. He had to go for some medical timeouts where they were massaging his thighs and everything. And, you know, Zverev wasn't cool with that. He felt they were, getting some undue advantage. But I don't think so. Perhaps that's not the reason why he lost, because that happened in the third set, which Carlos Alcaraz went on to lose, and also the fourth set. But who knows? Guys, let's hear in the comment down below. Do you think Carlos Alcaraz gained undue advantage by having that medical timeout? Does Zverev has a genuine claim to what he was saying? For the women, well, like I said, Aryna Sabalenka will be contesting the final against Elena Rybakina. Sabalenka defeated Elena Svitolina 6-2, 6-3 straight sets. You see what I'm talking about? And Rybakina defeated Jessica Pegula also in straight set 6-3. 7-6. So Saturday's final between those two ladies will complete the women's final, while we wait for the big one on Sunday, Carlos Alcaraz against Novak Djokovic. I can't wait for this one to come to life. Let's hear in the comment section, who do you think will win this 2026 Australian Open, Carlos Alcaraz or Novak Djokovic? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my page, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I remain your boy, Mayor Kess, signing out.